Hey guys, so this is going to be a video version of the demo we did in class called Reading from a File. I'm going to use the same files iLike, and it's going to be very simple. I'm going to show you both methods of it. This part of the video is going to be NetBeans. If I have time during this period, I'm going to record a Repl.it version. If not, I may just make a separate video in another day or two. Here we go. First up, you're going to notice there's a lot of new things on the skeleton, okay? So first thing we've got is we've got a new import, okay? This is grabbing our IO folder. IO, as we talked about, means input, output. So anytime we're bringing something external into our code, we're going to need this library. You're also going to see we've added something to our skeleton, throws exception. Now, there's two ways of dealing with exceptions when something happens. Everything is simple as, oh, the file doesn't exist. There's a typo in the file name. It's the wrong file extension, anything like that. Throw is the simple version. It just means, hey, stop the program, throw an error, let me know something happened. That's what we're going to do in this class. There's also a thing called catching, but the only problem with catching is you have to figure out exactly what every single issue that might throw an error is. And so it's a lot more detailed process, something we don't have to worry about at this stage. But on the same line as our main method, we're going to just add the words throws exception. It's not proper English, it sounds off, but that's the commands that we need, okay? Now, you're used to seeing this. Okay, this is for keyboard input. Today, we're introducing a new type of scanner, which is reading from a file. Now, you can have as many different scanners as you want, but you only need one per input method. So this gets everything from the keyboard. And so now I need to make another one. All right, so in order to grab a file, I need a new scanner. I'm going to call this read1 because we're going to read multiple files in this case. So new scanner. Inside here, I go new file, and then inside here, inside a string quote, I list the name of my file. And I do need the proper extension. I do need all that other good stuff. Okay. So if you are on a normal Windows machine using NetBeans, any IDE might be a little bit different, but I'm showing you NetBeans today. I go into Documents, I go into NetBeans, and I go into whichever project I'm working on. So this is Tutorials, and you'll see I've already got these files created. Now, you can make a text file very easy. You can go to the Start menu, or you may not know this shortcut. You can just jump here and grab a new one. So iLike 3, we'll say. Okay? Now, this has got nothing in it, but if I was going to do something generic, fruits and veggies. Apple, banana, cherry, potato, carrot, whatever I wanted to. I make a list, I save it. It has to be saved before you run and execute the code, okay? But you see, I've already got these set up. Like 1, this was a class suggestion. They wanted animes I liked. So there's some there. Like 2, we're just getting back from Thanksgiving break, so here's some foods, and I'll explain the differences on how these are set up as we get to them. So once I'm ready, this is a new command called has.Next. It's a really simple one, but it makes a lot of sense. While there is more info to read, I keep looping. Okay. So we saw that they were all text, so I need to grab them. Okay, I grab each one, but I don't just want to grab it, I want to print it. And I want to make sure everybody knows I like this. So, and we can go ahead and put a period on it. And then the last thing we need to do is we go ahead and close it. This is technically optional, but it closes down, and we've gotten all the information we can from the file. There's no reason to eat up some extra memory to keep it open. We just close it. You always need to do this when you're reading multiple files so you don't mismatch your patterns and cross your scanners. As short as our programs are for now, probably not a big deal, but it's good practice. If you do this out in the world, a lot of times you may have several files you're reading in, and you really want to make sure you open and close them only when necessary to save your resource management. Yeah, so as this, I go ahead and run it. Okay, so it takes every line from the text file, saves it, and then it prints it in the format we used with concatenation. I like the title, period. Okay? All right, so there's one version. Okay? Okay? This is just some spacers to give us some extra room while I show you the second version. Okay? And I am giving you this code. So let's make a new scanner. Normally I would make all my scanners up at the top, but I want you to see the difference. Okay? New scanner, new file. This time, iLike 2. Okay? Oh, forgot my quotes. Yep, always got to remember everything. Okay, now this time, let's look at this one. So 2, you'll notice it's still got some strings on there, but I've also got this number. The number seems out of place, okay? What this is this is metadata, okay? It's data about our data. And some files and inputs have these. Not all of them, that's why I'm showing you both versions. This tells us how many pieces of information we have moving forward, okay? This does have to be prepped beforehand. This isn't something we add ourselves. If we do these at competitions, they will give us the files. We don't get to choose and edit them, okay? What this is this is telling us how many pieces of information are coming out after it, okay? So in this case, we can use any counting loop. I'm going to use a for loop just to show you the difference, okay? So the first thing I need to do is I need to create my curse or my limit, okay? So this eats or grabs that first metadata, okay? That is how I'm going to write the rest of my loop, okay? Classic I. You can do 0 to 1, whichever you prefer. I is less than max, and then I plus plus. So this is going to run just where we want it to. Now the code itself is going to be identical. Okay, I've still just got a list. I still want to do the exact same thing. And there we go. Again, I come down here after it. I close the text file. And so this time I'll get both versions, only this time there'll be a little bit of separation in between them. Okay, so there's the anime up there. Okay, so this is my fault. I forgot the integer stops the cursor up there. That's my bad. I need to do the string glitch. Okay, so after this, okay, so now I should have all 5 foods at the bottom. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hey guys, so this is going to be the Repl.it version of the iLike demo. Follow along as you can. So here I've just started a clean Repl.it. I like to do a couple of things just to get it the way I like it, because I don't code this way. I remove the hello world. I shift this over here. Okay, and now I'm ready. Remember, I have to keep main. I named the project, so I know what the code is, but main because of how it's working. First thing I need to do is I do need to add my new imports. Okay. So this one is for the input system. This one is for the utility. We talked about those in the first part. I'll come over here and I'll go ahead and add my files. iLike1.txt. And over here, iLike2.dat. They're all formatless things. So one, let's go colors. Black, blue, green, maroon, and silver. Why not? There's 5. Okay, iLike2. Let's go 4. What do I want this time? Places I want to visit. And there you go. Just some fun trips. And then I jump back here to there. I don't have to go back to those. Okay. Now, because these are part of the REPL, I do not have to get creative with the locations. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to worry about the normal scanner, so I'm just going to go with my new one. So scanner, read1 equals new scanner, new file, iLike.txt. Oh, forgot one. Okay. Throws exception. There we go. All right. So while read1.has.Next. And again, if you don't understand any of the things I'm doing, please go back and look at the first part. This is just showing you where to do the same things on Repl.it. A lot of the details I may gloss over in this part. So I read in the text file, or the new string, text equals read1.next line. And then iLike read1.close. Okay. All right. So there's that version. So let's take a quick guess. See how it goes. Okay. No file found. iLike.t. Oh, misnamed it. iLike1. Forgot I'm doing 2. You saw the error throw. That's what throws exception does. Hey, this didn't work. Error. Stop it. There you go. Okay. So now I'm going to keep going. So new, yeah, let's go ahead and get a spacer line. Okay, new scanner. This will be read2. iLike2.dat. Now we talked about this in class. Dat is just another formatless text entry. There's 5 or 6 different file types that we can read without any other issue. Bat, dat, text. So anything that's formatless, we're good. You're not likely going to be able to read anything like an RTF, Word document, stuff like that. Those have too much proprietary formatting issues. So we want something as basic and clean as possible. This time, I'm going to read. So remember, like2 has that number at the top. This is metadata. Let's see. Jump back here. Okay. So I need to grab that. Limit equals read2.nextInt. since I know I'm reading an integer. Again, all this stuff has to be taken care of beforehand. And then I need to read to.next line to clear the buffers. This is that string glitch error that we had back when we first started reading with strings in the scanner. No, just a local. It's a warning. Okay, so this time I'm going to do a for loop. Okay, now that I've got limit, I know what to set my stuff is. So for int j equals, we'll go 1 this time. J is less than equal to limit j plus plus. Okay, up here, I'm going to use the exact same code here, but I'm going to make a quick change because I'm using a different scanner because a different text file. Okay, and let's see, instead of iLike, I would like to visit. Go ahead and concatenate a period in this one. And looks good. There you go. So there's that both parts. Okay. Remember, if you use any other IDEs, how you set them up and where you put them on your computer may vary. Okay. This video covers the two that we talked about. The first half is NetBeans. Here's just a quick summary in Repl.it. Remember, Repl.it's a good tool, but it's dependent on a lot of things. So use it if you need to. You're welcome to it. Highly recommend, especially as you move forward in classes, you get used to using a real IDE at some point. There's plenty out there, JGrasp, Eclipse, Visual Studio, stuff like those. Hope this helps.